He's moaning again. He's moaning, yeah, that's what you're gonna say. He's complaining again. What a Karen. Anyway, this video is gonna be me moaning a little bit, and I'm sure some of you will take great pleasure in telling me that I'm moaning, but this rocked up on my doorstep yesterday, and I don't know where it's come from. Well, I've got my suspicions. Just before Christmas, this also turned up randomly at my door. And I did review one of these at Christmas, but it wasn't this one. And there's something similar between these two that has made me think who may have sent them. This one is by LDRC, and this one is by LDRC. Now, I don't remember giving anyone from LDRC my address, so I'm wondering where they got it from. And if someone's given them my address, then, well, in the UK that goes against GDPR. So anyway, we are going to look at this in this video, but I kind of wanted to make this video to moan about people just sending me stuff without asking. Karen, I know. But there's a reason why I like to be asked if I want to review something rather than just being sent stuff. There's a couple of exceptions to that, Associated being one of them, because I know pretty much everything that Associated produce I'd want to have a look at. But when we're talking about these smaller Chinese companies, I get emails all the time, like daily I get emails asking if I want to review stuff, and I turn down loads of it. I'm in a really lucky position where I can turn stuff down. When you're just starting a channel, you kind of need like all the little bits and pieces coming in, keep you afloat, keep you relevant with new products, whereas I've managed to get myself to a position where I don't really have to rely on that anymore, and if there's something I want, I'm able to buy it. I also like to filter out stuff, and this was one that I'd already filtered out. I can't remember whether it was Banggood that offered to send it to me, but I'd already filtered this one out because, well, it just doesn't look very good. And as much as I'd like to review every single thing out there just so you can see the good and the bad, it's not possible. So I have to filter stuff out that I don't think's worth the money. I actually, when this turned up yesterday, because I didn't know what it was, the first bit of the bag I'd pulled open, it had that showing with like a little bit of the tyre. Now to me, that looks a little bit like the Armour font. And for a split second, I thought, oh, Horizon Hobby have forgiven me for that terrible Vortex review I did. I thought it might be the new Typhon Grom. That looks pretty cool. But anyway, it wasn't. It was this thing. A 1/14 scale Range Rover. Is it the Evoque? I think it's the Evoque. I'm not spending loads of time going over this. I will show you a few bits and pieces and show you why it's pretty crap. And as a company, that is a risk you run if you just send me stuff without speaking to me first. I mean, I've had some good stuff from LDRC. The little drift car's pretty cool for the money. I also really liked the Unimog, like the Pro version. One of them was a bit rubbish, but the Pro one, really good. And this thing's only like, I don't know, $50 or something, so it's not expensive. But to me, it's just too much like a toy, and it's not really something that I'd have asked for. I mean, rear suspension, pretty much non-existent. Is there springs in there? Yeah, look. So, tiny little springs in there. This is a heavy hard body, so it's almost sat on the bump stop straight out of the box. Front works all right. That's like a torsion bar kind of affair. Going to say quite scale looking underneath, but it's not, because Evoques, I'm sure it's an Evoque. Definitely not a solid axle at the back. But anyway, you got like your gearbox there. I think it's got a 280 motor, drive shaft, rear axle. I'm going to guess there's plastic gears in there. You got like 4 links set up there. Oh my word, look. Yeah, that's terrible. It's got a scale interior, so, you know, scale points. And if I suppose if you got a Land Rover, maybe you'd buy it. This is the remote. You got a couple of settings on there for lights. You got a speed setting as well. And then the battery lives under here, 500 milliamp hour, 7.4 volts. It's also got working lights, which I'll show you in a minute, but it's just not very good. I've just remembered, I know how they got my address. The Unimog review I did, that came direct from the factory. Banggood said that the LDARC rep or whatever wanted to send it to me direct, so I said yes. That's where it's come from. Anyway, that still doesn't change the fact that I don't like being sent stuff without being asked. Anyway, I'll show you it on the workshop floor. That's in the highest speed. That is all it's got. That's the slower speed. It's certainly not the worst car I've had on the channel, but it just, I don't know, it just doesn't excite me. There's just nothing about it really that I like. The suspension's rubbish. It's I mean, it's fully proportional, so maybe I'm being harsh. But like I said, this video is not really a review of this. I just wanted to make a video. I've gone from saying I'm not reviewing it, so I've kind of reviewed it, haven't I? So, I don't know. What I really want to do, I'm not gonna though. I'm not gonna. But anyway, what was I? Oh yeah, sending stuff before asking. This isn't something that I would normally have chosen, so when people send me stuff, it can be a little bit frustrating. Yeah, I know I am moaning, I am making a big thing out of it, but I just wanted to get it off my chest. Definitely needs work on that suspension. Well, there it is.